Let's start chapter 18, Comprehension. So children, do you know what is the meaning of comprehension? It means understanding. So by understanding the passage, we can answer the questions related to that passage. So here are some steps you should follow while reading the passage. First, you have to read the title and predict what the passage is all about. So, when you read the content for the first time, read it quickly to find out what the passage is about. Then read the questions given below. Then you again have to read the content slowly and carefully to get the answer of those questions. Now let's see. First, let's read the passage and then answer the questions. Prince Siddharth was a very kind person. One day, he was walking in the forest with his cousin Devadatta. Suddenly, Devadatta saw a swan flying. He shot at it with his bow and arrow. His arrow brought the swan down. The boys rushed to the swan. Siddhartha picked up the bleeding swan. To his surprise, he found that it was still alive. He gently pulled out that arrow from its wing. He then got a little juice from cool leaves, put it on the wound to stop the bleeding, and stroked the swan softly with his hand. Devadatta asked for the swan. "Give me my bird. I shot it down." But Prince Siddharth refused. Devadatta became furious. They both decided to go to their teacher to know who really owned the swan. The teacher listened to both the boys. He then said, "Life is precious, hence we need to preserve it. One who saves a life is always greater than the one who kills it. Hence the injured swan belongs to Siddharth." Now, on that basis of this passage, we have to answer these questions. Where did Prince Siddharth and Devadatta see the swan? They saw the swan in forest. What did Siddharth do when Devadatta shot the swan down? He then got a little juice from cool leaves, put it on the wound to stop the bleeding, and stroked the swan softly with his hand. Do you think Devdatta was right in shooting the swan? Right? Yes or no? Give reasons for your answer. No, because life is very precious. What did the teacher say to Siddharth and Devdatta? Do you agree with him? Yes, I am agree with him. The teacher said that life is very precious. So the one who saves the life is always greater than the one who kills it. Now in second, you have to write T for true statements and F for the false one. Siddharth was walking in the garden with Devadatta. False. Siddharth shot down the swan with his bow and arrow. False. Devdutt picked up the bleeding swan. False. Devdutt and Siddharth decided to go to their teacher to know who really owned the swan. True. The teacher said that the swan belonged to Devdutt. False. Now, in third, you have to take the correct answer from the given options. Devdutt shot the swan with his bow and arrow. Siddharth applied some juice on the swan's wounds. He took it from the leaves. When Siddharth did not give the swan, Devdutt became furious. Now come to 4. In this, you again have to read the passage and find out the 7 parts of speech apart from interjections. Siddharth, he, in, gently, and cool, walking. Now come to 5. Here we have to write a synonym for each. Forest, jungle. Furious, angry. In 6, you have to write antonym. Kind, cruel. Softly, hardly. Now in 7, you have to correct the spelling. So spelling of really is Really. Spelling of bleeding is Bleeding. Now come to 8. Here you have to write the meaning of preserve. It means protect. Now come to B. In this you have to read the passage and answer the questions. This one you have to do yourself.